Welcome back, I'm Satch. Welcome to Normal Car November, where in this video we'll be taking a closer look at the things that I dislike, hate, or just don't really enjoy about the Citroën C5 Aircross. It's a 2023 model, 1.2 litre engine, 130 brake horsepower, 5-seater, family, daily driver hatchback. It's actually a pretty good little car, but as with all cars, there are always just things that, sometimes we just don't like or get on our nerves about a certain car. So if you're maybe thinking about buying one of these cars and you maybe want to know what people think about them in the real world, then hopefully this video will do that. Let's do business. So I'm looking after this car for a few days while my mate is on holiday. I've been fitting a dash cam for him, which is currently fitted. So I've finished that and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to take the car out for a drive. I'm going to put the cameras on, maybe do a little video on the things that I love and hate about it. So I've already done a video on the things that I love about it, and now it's time for the things that I hate about this car. And hate's a strong word because there's not a lot that I really hate on this vehicle, but as with all things, there are a few things that just, from time to time, you just don't really like. And this is no exception. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this digital dashboard. Maybe it's just an age thing. Maybe it's just me showing my age because I'm 43 years old. And throughout all of my driving career, I've always been used to having cars with an actual tachometer, a speedometer, an actual rev gauge, an actual fuel gauge. Well, this doesn't have any of that, as you can see. It's all digital. I've tried and maybe play around with the settings to whereby we could maybe try and have like digital kind of speedos or tachometers, but I just don't think it's possible. So with that in mind, I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of not being able to watch the revs go up as you're actually driving the car. Not a fan of digital dashboards in general. Like I say, I think it's an age thing. I think the younger generation will grow up on things like this, so it's not going to be an issue for them. But for me, I like a proper dashboard. The build quality is a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde situation going on, because the things that you touch, like the steering wheel, like the gear stick, they feel quality. They have a good touch to them. They feel really, really nice. And they feel like a lot of effort and thought has been put into them. But on the things that you don't touch, things like door panels, and I've gone around this car, I've done a separate video, and it's like a build quality test where you just basically hit every panel. And every panel on the car, every part of the car just wants to vibrate, rattle, make a not very nice noise, not a very appealing noise. But having said that, I will say that while I'm driving the car, I don't feel or hear these parts rattling around as I thought I would. It's just when you're kind of touching them, like if you brushed up against like a wing or the boot or a light or something, you can hear it kind of cracking, making vibration noises. But in the cabin, it is quite quiet. I do have to sort of concede that. But the rest of the car, everything else that you kind of don't touch, when you do try to touch it, you'll notice it vibrates, rattles, and it doesn't give, it doesn't air confidence. Now, this is a 2-year-old car. Maybe in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years time, when the car is showing its age, these things will start to be a problem and you will start hearing them more and more. I don't know. But with this being a 2-year-old car as well, the brakes are squealing like mad, which I certainly wouldn't have expected from a 2-year-old car. The next thing I don't like about this car is, I'm gonna go straight on, the way it looks. It's a generic looking car that all cars seem to morph into the same thing these days. Now, yes, I'm lucky because I've got a few sports cars which do look unique, but people may have an opinion on those and say that they don't look very good, which is, they're perfectly entitled to do that. It's absolutely fine. I just think that these, I understand where it knows its place in the market. It's not trying to be anything that it isn't, and I fully get that. It's just when it comes to looks, there's a lot better looking cars for the same price and the same class, I would say. It just does nothing for me. I'm really sorry if you bought this car or you're thinking about buying one of these cars because you think it looks good, well, that's fine. That's your opinion. That's absolutely cool. I ain't got a problem with that. Maybe it's just me that doesn't like them. Maybe I'm the issue. Maybe I'm the problem. It wouldn't be the first time I've heard that. Now, this channel is supported by Diagnostic World, so if you do need any code readers or scan tools or reset tools, then please do visit Diagnostic World. I'll pop the link in the description below this video. But ultimately, if you're looking to do any sort of calibrations, adaptations, service resets, or just maybe figure out what's wrong with your vehicle and why it's got a check engine light, an airbag light, or an ABS light, these tools will help. I'll pop the link in the description below this video. Back to the video. All right, next up is the infotainment system. I've always despised infotainment systems which are just purely a flat screen where you have to touch everything to get what you need out of it. Again, I may just be showing my age in that I want a physical button that I can touch, and that's what I've grew up with. That's what I've been used to my whole life, and that's what I like. But modern cars, a lot of them are doing the same thing. They're putting these digital displays, and if I'm driving along, I sometimes have trouble kind of like getting exactly what I need to do, like something basic like put the heater on, or just put the intensity of the heater up a few notches. And I'm like, if the road's bumpy, I'm kind of all over the place. I don't know, do any of you guys think that as well about these digital infotainment systems, or digital whatever it is these days? We've got buttons along the bottom here for like your navigation systems, your music, your fans. You have got a couple of physical buttons underneath for like the window demister. What else have we got down there? I can't really see. Like for locking the car, but there's not many. They've got like a hazard physical button, which is good that they've got a few of them, but most things on the car, they are controlled with the digital infotainment system, and I'm just not a fan of. And the last thing also relates to a little bit of noise where you wouldn't expect it. This car does have roof bars fitted, and depending on the incline of the road, you'll generally hear like a whistling noise starting at around about 35 miles per hour. That's if the road is kind of like inclined, like going down. If you're on like a straight road, it generally comes in at about 45 miles per hour. So if you're on a dual carriageway and you're on a motorway and you've got roof bars fitted to your car, guess what? You're going to be competing with that wind noise, putting your radios up. It's a horrible sound. Now some of the cars may well do that as well. I mean, but I've got an Audi, I've had BMWs in the past, a lot of them all with roof bars on, and I've never experienced the wind whistling noise with the roof bars on. There goes that brake squeal again. So it just doesn't make for a pleasant experience. I need to just be cautious here because there's an ambulance trying to get past, so we'll just pull in here and we'll continue on our way. So yeah, you may think these are, well, I don't know, small things, small price to pay for the price of the car, what you're getting from the car. It's a nice car, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of things that I do love about the car, and I've done those, I've mentioned those in a different video, so maybe search my channel for that if you're looking for the things that I love about the car. I'm not an owner, it's important for me to say as well. I've been driving this car for a few days. Maybe the things that I've mentioned that I love and hate may well be different if I've been driving this car for weeks or months. But all I can really tell you about is my experience after a few days. So as usual guys, please like it if you found this video to be interesting, or you've maybe got some value from it because you're looking to buy one of these cars. And as always, please like and subscribe if you're interested in this type of content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.